I'm going to just show you a little bit about where the masks and these dances come from. The dance is called Chhau, and there's 3 main styles of Chhau. The one that the musicians here are going to play for and that we're going to dance for you is the Seraikella from the state of Jharkhand with masks. Another kind of masked Chhau comes from West Bengal, from Purulia, and another kind of Chhau without masks comes from Orissa. Now, here's eastern India, and the little dots show you, this one is in West Bengal, and that's the Purulia. The Mayur in Orissa is this state, and the one we're going to see today is from here. Now, all of these are really close together, but they're in 3 different states of India. This is how they make the mask. First, the mask maker makes it out of clay, models it, makes it smooth, covers it with cloth and mache. Oh, that got sideways. But you have a good view of how it's covered on top of the clay mold. It's a long process, and you have to have good weather also. And the finished mask looks like this. And this is a dance that we have a very special guest who's going to perform it. This is Mayur-the Peacock. And this is the night. This is Shashidhar Acharya, who is a very, very talented artist and choreographer, comes from a family of traditional dancers, and he's showing the mask for Ratri in Seraikella Chhau. And Shiva. You can tell it's Shiva. How can you tell? Third eye. The third eye, he always has an eye in the middle. And Krishna plays the flute. He's usually blue. So this is what the dancer wears when they perform. It's a little hard to see, and it's very hard to breathe, but it's very exciting to watch the mask. And this is the dance that he's going to do in a couple of minutes, the Peacock. Okay, now, this is another kind of Chhau, Purulia Chhau. And that's the mold for that mask. And that's after they take the paper mache off the clay model, the clay mold, when it's dried and they're painting it. And look at the top part. It's plain, and then they're going to decorate that. See how they decorate it with a very, very big headdress. This is a very dramatic kind of Chhau. This is a dancer practicing. Gambhir Singh is practicing and jumping, and that's the same thing with a Ganesh mask. And this is at night with them performing, a lot of heroes dancing. This is a very funny one, isn't it? The dancers go through the village on their bicycle, and the only way to carry their mask is to put it on the back of their head. So it looks like the masks are backwards. And these are some of the Purulia Chhau masks. Who's that? Yeah, I can tell. 10 heads. Evo Ravana. He's jumping up in the air. This is the dance without the masks, the Mayur-the Chhau. This is Shiva, the one that has the third eye. And there it's just drawn on. And this is another form of Shiva. These are all Chhau dances. And the reason they're called Chhau is because it means shadow, and it also comes from military. Military means that the dancers used to do, the dance comes from martial arts. So it's very strong and very dramatic. And now I'd like to invite Shashidhar Acharya to come out and he's going to be showing you some of the interesting techniques of the dance.
Thank you. This dance form is posed based on natural movements. The warrior imitate from the animal, birds and beast movement, how they put into the dance, and the animal movement, how transferred to the dance from theatre dance. So I am showing you few of movements of animals like elephant, tiger, butterfly, garuda, snake, crocodile, and then I'll show you how that movement will go to the dance form. The first is tiger. Movement of the tiger, I'm showing you, then how this movement included in our dance form. These are the movements. And then finally I'll show you how they dance. I will see the peacock dance.
Dance now to put on the mask. So I'll take this moment to introduce the musicians and the instruments. Shashidhar Acharya's brother, Sapan Kumar Acharya, who's playing the dole. Govind Mahate on the big drum, the damsa. When they play that out in the villages, everybody can hear it from far away. Oh, here. And Vishwanath Kumbhakar, he's playing the big cymbals, and Sanjeev Shankar, who's playing Shanai, and he's a very experienced Shanai player. He's learning the Shanai from this place. Now, when you see the dance of the peacock, you not only see the movements of the peacock, but there's also a little bit of poetry. The idea of how the peacock searches in the dry sky in the summertime for the first drops of rain of the monsoon. And when the peacock sees the thunder, the peacock is very excited. And in Indian tradition, when the rains start after the dusty summer, that's the time when everything comes to life. And that's when the peacock is in love. And you're going to see the peacock both searching, enjoying the water, and being really thrilled. Now this dance that Shash is performing now was also danced by the royal family in the state of Seraikella. And some of the royal family were very good dancers themselves. So it had support and also performances. And this dance was choreographed, was created by the brother of the king of Seraikella. All ready? Okay, and now Mayur, the peacock. see the movements? Now I'd like you to use your imaginations when you watch the next dance, which is about the sea. And you're going to see, I hope, the waves of the sea, the billows, the way sometimes it's gentle and big waves. And this is also in the choreography by the Prince of Seraikella, the idea that it's both the water and it's also a poet who's dreaming and getting lost in the waters.
Yeah.